The fox eating grass. Bazoo! Oh, he gone. That's why you don't leave your bottom ball joints till they snap. Fuck me, I've never seen that in my life. It's like rip the fucking drive shaft out the CV joint and everything. That's mental, that's near Weybridge. Twat of a job on the Inca today. Obviously this engine sounds like a load of fucking sack of shit. So pull rocker cover off because it sounds like we've got a really grindy top end. But everything's fine. Got the lifters, everything, the oil. I mean the oil, yeah, it looks a bit darky, shitty, blacky, kind of burnt, cruddy shit. But there's no grit in there. Everything's nice and smooth, nothing's scored up, or the lifters are right, lobes are fine. The reason why I really took this off as well, because it's pissing oil. You can see all down the front. Can you see that? You probably can't see that. It's absolutely pissing all over the floor to the point I'm putting in like half a litre every 2 days. So I really can't afford that. But if I show the bolts that were holding the rocker cover on, if I can find them, look, these are the bolts that are holding the rocker cover on. Come on, for fuck's sake. I film on my phone, by the way, as you probably guess. Come on. Look, they're the bolts that were holding the rocker cover on. That's what I was left with to try and take off. So I tried welding on my fucking Allen bit, which the camera saw in focus. In the end, I ended up hammering on the Torx bit, which managed to get them out. Obviously didn't get that one out, which is now a stud, so I've just cut that off. But yeah, so I'm just going to seal it up. I'm going to go take off the other rocker cover off the original engine out of this van. It's behind my T4, see if that's got the original gasket, because then I'll just silicone it up. If not, it's going to be RTV again, or builder's multi-purpose silicone, which is always good. Let's go dig out the other engine quick. It's cool. Oh, PS, the Skoda, I'm going to do a video on that soon, because I haven't done one for ages. This is my T4 for people that ain't seen it before. It's a 96 2.4, which I've got another engine coming in for it. I've just got to go pick it up. Here's the Inca engine. Let's dig it out. This is the rocker cover off my Inca, which actually had a gasket. This is off the Caddy one. Look, this is all RTV, which is pissing. This one had a proper gasket. But let me show you what was making all them horrendous noises on the Inca. Because you can see it. It's nothing you would have thought would be doing it. But we remove this. Whatever the fuck they put that on for. See the top of the cam lobes, like grinding down to shit. Yeah, that's why. And you see the lifters are all cracking up underneath, are all scored up, and everything's filled with bits of metal and all sorts of shit. So probably losing oil feed to the head. Or it's just, yeah, basically the top end was just eating itself. So maybe lack of oil, shitty oil. The oil was good that was in it. Had an oil change like, I don't know, 2,000 miles before it started doing it. So, fuck knows, who cares, don't need it anymore. But a good one. It's a failed attempt of getting the first lug nuts out, rocker cover but Allen's out with the welder now. Because to do them up properly, obviously we've got to make sure we're biting more than just that little bit. We're going to get all the way down, so we're going to grind her back. That's a cherry bomb that's going on it. I can't reach. The fan came on, but that didn't. Oh, the wires are crossed inside. Instead of the switch being for the bottom one, on the bottom it's for the top. Yeah. Oh, hit me in the face. And just like that, like new. Look at that, can even tell it was welded. Wink. It's my dad's T4 paintwork that's finally done, look. There I am, look. Hello. Matte black, bit of red glitter. The bonnet is off in a minute, because it's getting painted with, it's getting my Skoda painted on the front of it with 2 rats either side working on it. It's going to look fucking sick. But yeah, it's my welder that has no gas at the minute, so it spits everywhere. This is what we're playing with at the minute. It's like 29 degrees or something today, and I am fat as fuck, so I am really sweaty. I'm a big lad and I'm wearing Dockers and all black and a very thick white t-shirt, so I'm suffering. I suffer in the heat. I do not like heat at all, but yeah, let's just wing that this on and see if she leaks, but I bet it fucking will. Now we're throwing on the intake. For some reason, number 4 cylinder is really damp, like really wet. It smells very diesely, like this one. It's very wet inside here and into the intake manifold. Yeah, I'm trying to do this one-handed, and I didn't take the I didn't take the airbox off. So yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, but to be honest with you, it's the work slag. So as long as it runs, I don't give a shit. But it's going to need a new engine probably by the sound of it soon anyway. So I'm literally just going to do the bare minimum to keep it going, and then throw a new engine in it when I got some money. Gas people, I bought a piston today. I'll put that in the end of the video. I just need the barrel now, which is 370 quid, so we'll keep saving. If anyone wants to buy 2 Mark II Polos, hook me up. Just quickly, it's like 20 seconds, I was like, it wouldn't line up properly, it wouldn't sit on the head, and I was getting a little bit like, what the fuck? Turns out, what I do always forget, the kind of rubber shroud thing that sits around the oil caplet. If I pull it off, so it's got a cutout which can sit next to the intake. Always forget that. And I'm going to show you my janky dipstick. So if you Mark II and Inca cans, oh yeah, it should have a fucking sleeve that goes all the way up. This one doesn't. Has it got any oil in it? Let's see. Oh, it's been massively overfilled. Yeah, you see, like my dipstick, obviously, because someone's broke the tube off. They've cut the dipstick in half, welded it together, so it is now the right level. Put a scratch in it, which I hope is maximum, and then wrapped it in tape so it sits in the broken part, which is fucking class. Yeah, it's amazing. Fucking janky, innit? There's my air horns, which don't work because you put a fuse in, the horn fuse, the 10 amp which is supposed to be in, put the 10 amp fuse in, then you can turn the ignition off and take the keys out of the ignition and the van still runs. So I'm guessing it shares the same fuse as the fuel stop solenoid, but why is it still running if you put the right fuse in it? I don't fucking know. Paperclip works when the paperclip gets really hot and melts after like 10 seconds, so I don't fucking know. Let's not use a horn for a while. Alright, so we got no more bits on the floor other than that cover. I'm not worried about that shit. So we're gonna give her a crank up now, see what she does. Try not to sting myself to death. Ah, it got me leg. Ah, you prick. Also just found cylinder number 4 glow plug wasn't plugged in, so maybe that'll stop my call light. Well, cool, it doesn't instantly sound like more shit than it usually does. So there's no sockets or anything dropped in there. Can you hear it's got a bit like a kind of really whirry, shitty top end noise? And all the air going in my pump. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, you put your ear to the intake, it's really bad, so I don't know why it does that. Let's give it a rev. Come on. Welcome to the shed. This is my gas. It's 2001 EC250. Just bought a piston for it. Woo-wee. I got a voucher. Well, I bought a load of stuff last September that totaled 120 quid and it was all wrong, so I took it back and I didn't know what I wanted at the time, so they said, look, we'll give you a credit note for it. So I was like, alright, sound. And then they put a time limit of 6 months on it. Fuck knows why they done that. I'm not going to name who they are because it really fucked me off, and probably knowing my luck they'll see this because I know people who like them watch these videos. So anyway, I said, alright, that's fine, last September. Obviously it runs out in March. I roll up today, was on, can I get me a piston kit for my gas? No, you can't use the voucher because it's 2 months overdue. I'm like, hold up. It's my fucking money. It's not a voucher. You just returned my money. Why is it a time limit on it? Like, oh yeah, you got to pay full price now. I'm like, right, okay. I just turned around and said, no, can't afford that. Going home. You know, I work at I'm finishing college at the minute, so I've been a full-time college student for the last year. I work in a garden store at the weekends. How can I spare that much money on a fucking piston kit? I was like, alright, fuck you then. I says, right, alright, whatever, I'll pay it. And then I kicked up a bit of fuss and said I'm walking away. Then they were like, alright, we'll give you half of your money back then. So I only paid £79 of this £129 piston kit, which really fucked me off, but forget about it now. I've got half the bits I need to put the top end back together, so now I just need 370 quid to put this back together, and I have 230 in my account to last me whenever I'm working full time. And the van needs a clutch and a service and all that boring shit. So, yeah, for any of you who give a shit, that's the gas situation. So, I enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you like, because I've been stuck in 80 for ages, so subscribe. And people keep liking every one of my videos. I get at least 1 or 2. I really like that. I really appreciate that. So, thank you if it's you, and thank you for watching, you lot.